What up, world? Your boy Charles Brown back again for another Talking Facts. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell to get notified on the upcoming episodes. All right, man, your boy Tory Lanez was held in court. He was handcuffed to the radiator. Nah, he was handcuffed and not allowed to leave because the simple fact that tweets hurt. Tweets get you in trouble. And when you tweeting about an open case to a person that's saying you did something to them violently and you are tweeting about what you did and may not have done when the judge has told you, leave it alone and don't say nothing, you might get reprimanded and you might get handcuffed and sent into the holding cell until you raise bail. So he got bail at $350,000. He had to post bail with the bail bondsman because they were trying to give him a $5 million bail, and the judge took it down. Because basically, Tory been tweeting. And not only has Tory been tweeting, DJ Academics was tweeting. And DJ Academics put that there was no DNA on the gun, right? He said that, quote, Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the weapon in the Meg Thee Stallion case. Now, how would he know that? Right? So it says, Tory Lanez's lawyer, Sean Hawley, argued that Lanez did not provide DJ Academics with any discovery in the case before Academics tweeted that Tory Lanez's DNA was not found on the weapon. Now, how does Academics know that? Unless somebody with access to the results of that DNA test or that weapons test told him. When I first read that, I was like, dang, Tory and them must be paying. He on the payroll because he was going hard that day. He was retweeting all this stuff and saying this and that. And he been saying for a while that that Megan is not 100% with this, right? And I get it, he's a blogger and he's supposed to do what he does. But at some point, you're choosing sides in a case that ain't resolved yet, that in a case that's still open, in a case that deciding this man's future, you're choosing his side to say what is what ain't and whatever it is. And I'm looking at it like, what in the world would make you tweet that without the proper evidence? There is no actual way you would have the authority to say that unless Tory Lanez told you or someone in Tory Lanez's camp. It's clearly someone in Tory's camp. Clearly. There's no way around it. And the judge knows that. The judge is like, oh, this is tampering. This is tampering 101. Because we don't know what the jury knows and don't know. So and the trial hasn't started yet. Trial begins in, I believe, August. Right? So you're tweeting evidence from an active case to an open a jury that can see it. That's swaying the jury. If you're somebody on his team and you put it out to a blogger, that's the definition of jury tampering. You're releasing evidence in a case. That's illegal. And not only that, Tory is tweeting at this. I'm not going to say tweeting at her, but he made a couple of tweets that could have been looked at as he's talking to Meg Thee Stallion. And he is actively trying to, in a way, contact her. He had a no contact order. He's not supposed to contact the complainant, who she is. And he's not supposed to mention her on social media. But you know how these dudes are with this social media. If it don't go on social media, it's not real. So they have to put everything they do and say on social media. For the simple fact of it, that's where they are judged and exonerated daily through whatever they're tweeting about. So Tory is looking like he got out. He only did, he got out the same day. He posted bail, got out the same day. But the end of the day is he's been reprimanded for something that's serious. It doesn't just go away because you made bail on it. This is a whole nother charge, right? And the simple fact of the matter is you're tweeting and conversating and basically putting the pieces out there in the public eye on a case you were told not to say nothing about, which can only hurt yourself and hurt your defense team at this point, right? Now, my first thing is, I would say, now, why would a person do that? Your first instinct is because he's innocent. He wants to tell the world his story. Yeah, that's a cute little, fantasy way of in a perfect world. It's just human nature, right? But we also know that human nature is also a little more devious, and a lot of people don't understand that when you're taking evidence from a active case and you're putting it out there in the world, it ain't because you're so thirsty to prove yourself. You're trying to get people on your side before you even go to trial. You don't know if the judge has said that evidence won't be admitted. That could have been collected illegally. We have no idea. But if the judge told them this is inadmissible and you throw it up on Twitter, what did you just do? You just violated all kind of court orders. So that's where we're at with this Tory Lanez. So I'm like, if you're this innocent, right? Why are you trying to get people outside of the courtroom to already lean your way? Let it play out in court, right? Let it play out in court. And DJ Academics, that's clearly, I've been paid. Let's just keep it 100. And at the end of the day, right? Let's just say Academics wasn't paid, which I highly doubt that. Let's just say he wasn't paid. Then what's his motivation? If you're going to post Tory Lanez DNA was not found on the weapon in the Meg Thee Stallion case, if you're going to report that, right? How in the world would you risk having an investigation into your methods and how you received that information, right? If you didn't get it from a very reliable source. It's like the dude from Hollywood Unlocked who said Queen Elizabeth was dead. And he's like, I got a very reliable source. Where the source wasn't reliable because her ass still walking around, right? You're going to risk all kind of scrutiny and all kind of embarrassment. This literally, people have taken this tweet from Academics and made it law. When they're arguing about this case on Twitter now, all they say is, there was no DNA found on the weapon. That's one of the main arguments. So now he has mad people believing, whether it's true or not, he has mad people believing there was no DNA found. So if I'm a potential juror and I somehow land on that jury, I ain't even walked to the door yet and I already think he's innocent. That's jury tampering. That's the literal definition of it. So Tory Lanez was handcuffed and remanded, posted bail, and now he got another problem. Whether he did it or not, I truly feel like, and I know I always say, if I was innocent, I would say it, I would shout it to the world, right? You can say you're innocent and leave it at that. I think it's too much when you start tweeting and Instagramming more details about the case. Let your lawyers do their job. Like I always say, Bill Cosby didn't do enough denying to me. He didn't do any, as far as I know. I would never carry my situation like Bill Cosby did, right? I would be shouting from the rooftop, I ain't do nothing to that chick. I ain't do this, I ain't do that, blah, blah. I would be on every TV show you can imagine, but I would never give you information that's going to lead to one way or another about that case. There's a way to be innocent and still be within inside the law so they don't throw it back up at you when you go for a visit and they locking you up and throwing more charges on you, right? You got to be smarter than that. And in my opinion, I feel like these are methods that someone does when their case is weak. I'm just going to keep it a buck. I think these guys' case is weak. I think they're in trouble. I think they're in danger of losing because why else would you leak that to DJ Academics who's going to put that on the internet? It's going to go viral. Why would you do that unless you're scared or you're about to lose? No credible lawyer is going to risk everything by going against the judge, putting stuff out there unless they felt their case was weak. I think Tory Lanez's case is weak, and we're going to see what happens when it goes to trial. I know a lot of people hate when I say whatever I say, anything I say about Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion as far as maybe this guy did it. Even if I say I don't know if he did it, maybe if I say maybe he did it, they come like the Beehive. They come like, you know what I'm saying, the Barbs. With they, oh my God, she's a liar. We're gonna see. Check back. We'll see what the case comes out. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. Chuckwick L. Let me know if, you know what I'm saying? Let me know if Megan is lying or Tory is whatever you want to tell me in the comments. All right? I feel like Tory got a lot of explaining to do, and there's a lot that people don't know. And when people try to argue to me with this about this case, they really don't be having real facts about why it don't make no sense. They just feel like this guy's innocent in the end of that. But I'm going to let y'all go, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG.com. Force Multipliers, me and Dale. Got some music out. Clash the podcast every Wednesday. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.
CLB.